What is going on, you guys? Bastion YGO here, and today I'm coming at you with the updated Utopia deck profile. This is a deck that I've really just loved playing ever since I built it for the first time about 2-3 months ago for my underrated deck. I believe it was for December. Now I'm coming at it with the updated version, so we haven't got any real new support or ban list help as far as this goes, but a deck like this didn't really lose too hard to Imperial Order. Also, I think this is going to be one of the most, I guess, slept on decks in the current format, only because cards, hand traps like Artifact Lancia, cards like Abyss Dweller do not affect this deck whatsoever, and I believe that these are going to be some of the most prevalent cards being played in the current format. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get right into the deck profile. To start off with the monsters, guys, you play triple Ascent Sage and your one Armed Sage. So I've cut this down quite a bit. I wanted to make it a bit more of a competitive build. So my last build, it really just was straight gas, and really it was just meant to make the biggest board possible. This one can still make those consistent boards, those big boards very consistently. However, it does have a few other cards here and there to make it still a lot more competitive and to be able to go ahead and play around hand traps as well. Like I said, this deck plays very well against DD Crow, Lancia, Abyss Dweller doesn't affect it, cards like that. Pretty much auto loses to cards like Skill Drain, but for that matchup, that's what the side deck is for. So triple Ascent Sage, what it basically does is if you control no cards, you can go ahead and special summon this guy out basically for free. And if you use it to XC summon a Utopia Xyz monster, you get to add the additional effect to if this card is XC summon. You get to add a rank up magic normal spell from your deck to your hand. So that comes in really helpful as well. And then Armed Sage, when you use it to first, it can only be special summoned if the only monster you control is a level 4 monster not named Z as Armed Sage, so you can only summon it when you have one monster. And this is searchable as well, so it's not like we really need this immediately. And if we draw it, it's just nice and go full combo. And if a Xyz monster, Utopia monster is summoned using this, you get to add a ZW monster card from your deck to your hand. So that's going to be for the ZS package. Aside from that, for the more engine pieces, you play triple Utopic Onomatopoeia. So this card is absolutely just insane. So basically, this card is always going to be treated as a Zubaba, Gaga, Go, Do card. And during your main phase, you can special summon one each Zubaba, Gaga, Go, or Do monsters from your hand in defense position. Also, you cannot special summon monsters from the extra deck except for Xyz monsters, but that is perfectly fine. It's a hard once per turn, of course, but essentially you're going to be able to just go ahead and summon out these two guys up next. So you play triple Zubaba Gancho Gaga Coat and double Do Dwarf Go Glove. So these cards all work so well together as a whole. So Utopic Onomatopoeia is going to be able to special summon Zubaba Gancho Gaga Coat and Do Dwarf Go Glove from your hand for free. However, if this gets Veilered, Zubaba Gancho Gaga Coat can actually go ahead and special summon itself for free should you control a Zubaba or Gaga monster. So that's amazing as well. So essentially what you want to go ahead and do is normal summon your Utopic Onomatopoeia to special summon Do Dwarf and Go Glove. You're going to go ahead and XC summon using these two, and then when these two go to the grave, Zubaba Gancho actually has another effect. You can target one Go or Do monster in your graveyard, special summon it. Also, you can special summon monsters, whatever Xyz monsters, which is perfectly fine. So you actually go ahead and activate the effect to special summon back the Utopic Onomatopoeia, and then Do Dwarf has an effect in the graveyard if you control a Go or Do monster, except for this guy. Well, this card's in your graveyard, you can go ahead and special summon this card for free, so you already have an Xyz monster and 3 more materials to go ahead and Xyz summon one more time, which is absolutely just ridiculous as well. For more combo pieces, we played triple Astrotopia. This card is absolutely outrageous. This is just the most ridiculous card that could have been printed for Utopia. So essentially what this guy does is basically if an Xyz monster is just on the field, not necessarily just you control one, but if there's just if there's just one on the field, so even if you go second, it's still live. You can go ahead and special summon this card and send one other card from your hand or field to the graveyard to add an Xyz, Onomat, Zexal, or Number spell trap from your deck to your hand. So this is actually really good. You can go ahead and search out cards like your Numbers Protect. You can go ahead and search out cards like the XYZ Change Tactics. You can search Zexal Construction, things like that. That's why this card is so crucial in the deck. Plus, it's a warrior, level 4. So again, plays on very well with the extenders. For their extenders, we play one Astral Karibo. Playing this in more than 2 would just be way too cloggy, because if you have 2 in your hand, then really you're not doing anything. But one Astral Karibo, I think, is just absolutely fantastic. So basically what it allows you to do is to reveal a number Xyz monster in your extra deck and special summon it, and then this card's level becomes the rank of that Xyz monster. And then you can only special summon number Xyz monsters while it's on the field. So once you go ahead and Xyz summon with it, you are good to go from there. So one Astral Karibo. A fun little extender as well is going to be Gigantus. So you go ahead and search this out using Gallant Granite, and then you actually, so the summoning requirements for Gigantus is to banish an Earth monster from your graveyard. So essentially what you're going to want to do is to banish your Dododo Dwarf Go Glove or your Zubaba Gancho Gagagako that you've already used, to go ahead and summon the Gigantus. So it's going to be in your graveyard. To summon the Gallant Granite, I should say. So those cards are going to be in your graveyard. So you banish one of them, special summon Gigantus, and gets you another Xyz summon from there. That's going to be it for the extenders. Now time for the ZW. Now I only played 2 ZW monsters. I only played the Tornado Bringer and the Twin Saber, the Pegasus Twin Saber. So I do not believe that any other ZW is going to be necessary. I know that a lot of people have been playing, I believe, a ZW Lightning Blade. I just don't really see the benefit of that card. I'd rather put other cards that are going to help me just make the natural board that I'm used to with it. So one ZW Tornado Bringer plus the one Twin Saber, Pegasus Twin Saber, I think is all you need. So Tornado Bringer is the one that you're going to want to add to your hand, and Pegasus Twin Saber is the one you're going to want to equip from deck using ultimately a Utopia Ray. Because this actually has the effect you can equip from hand, while this one does not. So Pegasus Twin Saber, what it does is it actually negates a face-up monster effect on your opponent's field, and it doesn't activate, so your opponent can't really respond to it. It doesn't start a chain, so it's absolutely ridiculous if your opponent wants to go ahead and say activate normal summon Alistair, activate effective search. You just say Pegasus Twin Saber negates, and they can't respond to it because it does not start a chain. So it's absolutely ridiculous. In Tornado Bringer, you equip it to the same monster, it gains 2300 attack, and it makes it untargetable as well. So it's absolutely just ridiculous. So let's look at some hand traps. You play triple Ash Blossom and Joyous Spring, one Drolan Lockbird, and then one Nibiru. Now, seeing this ratio, you pretty much guessed it right. We do play Crossout Designator in this deck. Hand traps are going to destroy any chance you have of going full wombo combo on them. And Ash Blossom is really probably the one that's going to be hurting the most. So essentially the big combo really just revolves around Onomatopoeia, and if this gets ashed in any way or just negated, then you are gonna take a huge hit to your full combo. So that's why I played triple Ash. Want to make sure that we're able to negate that. If we activate Onomatopoeia and they did not ash this, then first of all they're crazy or they don't have it. But we do still have Crossout Designator to go for Nibiru and Drolan Lockbird. Again, all of these are going to be fantastic hand traps as well for you also. So for the spells, we're going to start off with triple Onomata Pickup. The only reason you're gonna play this is to be able to search an Onomat card, which an Onomat card is going to be Onomatopoeia, or actually searches you as well the Utopic Onomatopoeia, because it is an Onomat card. So that's the only reason for this one. However, it is a continuous spell, so MST does negate this, so be careful with that. And Onomatopoeia, you're able to go ahead and send a card from your hand to the graveyard, add it to 2 of these monsters from your deck to your hand. So it's pretty much like that dueling skill, pretty much on a spell. you get to add a 1 Zubaba, Gagaga, Go Go Go, and Dododo. So we're only going to be adding whatever 2 other pieces we're missing of the 3 shown before, either Utopic Onomatopoeia, Zubaba Gancho, Gagaga Coat, and Dododo Dwarf, Go 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 Glove. Yes, I do practice saying those names. Next, we play a lineup of fantastic one-of spells. Essentially, you play 1 Zexal Construction, 1 Xyz Change Tactics. So Zexal Construction, you get to go ahead and reveal a card in your hand, and then add one of the following, and then you shuffle that revealed card into the deck. So you actually get to go ahead and search out a ZW monster, ZS monster, a Zexal spell or trap, rank up magic or rank down magic spell, and you can only activate once per this harder once per turn. So just play at 1. It is searchable as well through Utopia, and since the harder once per turn, this deck really just goes, it's straight gas. Essentially just gonna go. Either you're gonna OTK or you're gonna make a big ass board, and your opponent's not gonna be able to go ahead and break it. So 1 Zexal Construction is just fine. Playing 2 is just, it doesn't make any sense to me. 1 Xyz Change Tactics to go ahead and just keep drawing cards to your hand. You're pretty much gonna be adding at least between 5 to 10 cards with Xyz Change Tactics. You play your 1 Rank Up Magic Utopia Force. So this is actually a fantastic spell card, rank up card as well. So what it allows you to do is target a rank 9 or lower Utopia Xyz monster you control and special summon 1 rank 10 or higher Utopia or Utopic Xyz monster from your extra deck. So you're pretty much going to be going for number 99 Utopia Dragnar every time, because it's just a fantastic support card for the deck. 1 Double or Nothing. This is the last card you want to see in your opening hand. However, you can search out Zexal Construction in case you do draw this, and put it back into your deck, so that way it will make your Utopia double live again. So that's why Zexal Construction is really necessary as well. Again, searchable. You get to put Double or Nothing back in your deck in case you draw it, so that you can go into your Utopia double plays and go on from there. 1 Reinforcement of the Army. Again, Warriors makes sense. 1 Monster Reborn. 1 Called by the Grave, and yes, I do not have it yet. 3 Crossout Designator. I'm working on it. But 3 Crossout Designator. You can't go wrong with this. I mean, the main weakness of this deck is just being, again, ashed on the Onomatopoeia. You can play around Droll and Lockbird. Nibiru hits this quite a bit, pretty hard, but again, this is going to be the 3 hand traps that really hit it the most. You can play around Veiler, you can play around Lancey, you can play around DD Crow, you can play around all these other cards, but Ash really just hurts, so you need a way to go ahead and get around it, and essentially you have 4 ways in your main that you're going to go ahead and get around getting hand trapped. So I think this is definitely going to be the correct way to go ahead and play Utopia. And next, we have the 41st card in our deck, and the only trap card. You play 1 copy of Numbers Protect. Numbers Protect is a fantastic trap card. Basically, when a spell trap monster effect is activated while you control a number Xyz monster, you can negate the activation, and if you destroy that card, and then if a number Xyz monster you control is destroyed by battle or card effect while this is in your graveyard, you can set this card but banish it when it leaves the field. So this pretty much gives you 2 Solemn Judgment, Solemn Strike combo, which is absolutely just ridiculous, and being a counter trap as well just makes it that much better. And that's going to be it for the main deck, guys. 41 card main deck. I think, honestly, this is going to be probably the best way to go ahead and play Utopia. I know there's a lot of people who have their own different ways, who like to play the Lightning Blade, things like that, who only play 1 Utopic Onomatopoeia and 1 Gancho. I think that's just incorrect. I believe this is the engine you want to go ahead and see, and it just helps optimize it for you. So this is the correct way to play Utopia in my eyes. But again, let me know in the comment section down below how you guys play it differently, what your ratios are, and what works for you. But as the main deck goes, that's going to be it for the main deck. On to the extra deck, guys. You play double of the number 39 Utopia. You use 1 to go into your initial combo, and then the second one in case you need to go into any Utopia the Lightning plays to beat over monsters or whatever it might be. You play 1 Utopic Sage. It's a fantastic card. Essentially, you can detach 2 to go ahead and special summon a ZS monster from your deck. So you can go ahead and summon Sage to go ahead and let you search the rank up spell. but also gives your Utopia monsters protection as well. You play your 1 Utopia Prime. The only reason you're playing this is to go ahead and climb up into a ladder and add more materials for Zeus and or Utopia Dragnar. 1 Utopia Double. This is the heart and soul of your extra deck. If this gets stopped, that is really gonna suck. Well, I want to say the heart and soul. It's very. It's a fantastic card. I want to say the second most important card in your extra deck as far as overall extending in the combo goes. So Utopia Double, essentially you go ahead and detach 1 to search double or nothing, which is completely irrelevant. However, you also get to go ahead and special summon a Utopia monster from your extra deck on top of it, to overlay on top of it and transfer the materials. And then that monster now has double that attack. So that's really good. However, again, it is just a stepping stone to go ahead and get into further plays. However, if you cannot do the Utopia play, it really is going to hinder your ability to go ahead and keep grinding as far as to being able to add enough materials to your Utopia Dragnar. Next, 1 Ultimate Leo Utopia Ray is a fantastic card as well. So you go ahead and detach 1 to equip it with a ZW monster from your deck. So you go ahead and equip it with Twin Blades. This negates a monster on the field and halves the attack. And then a Twin Saber, I should say not Twin Blades, Twin Saber is going to go ahead and can negate another monster, as well as it doesn't start a chain. So you have 2 monster gates right there. 1 Utopia Lightning, because you are going to need it. 1 F-Zero Utopic Future to climb up into your 1 F-Zero Utopic Draco Future. Fantastic card, super easy to make in this deck, definitely a must-have. Then this is the heart and soul of the deck, is the Utopia Dragnar. So with this, the main combo is to make this with at least 4 materials, because then you can go, as a quick effect, to go ahead and special summon a Utopia monster from your extra deck, and then the rank up spell will equip itself again from the graveyard to whatever is summoned by a rank 10 or higher Utopia monster. So that's absolutely fantastic to make Utopia Dragnar with 4 materials. And then you detach 2 on your turn to summon Ultimate Leo Utopia Ray. Again, the spell equips, and you activate the effect to equip it with Twin Saber. And then during your opponent's main phase, you activate Utopia Dragnar effect, detach 2, to summon another card in your extra deck, which we'll get to in just a second. Actually, it's going to be number 38, Hope Harbinger, to go ahead and get a spell negate on the board as well. That is actually going to be it for the Utopia and the number monsters that we play in the extra deck. Other extra deck cards, we are going to be playing 1 Gallant Granite, fantastic extender, 1 Abyss Dweller, fantastic card in the current format, 1 Tornado Dragon, again, really good. In a lot of matchups, especially now that floodgates are being played, you go ahead and summon Tornado Dragon, pop whatever they're using, and then of course this is an Xyz deck, and no Xyz deck would be complete without 1 Divine Arsenal AA Zeus Sky Thunder. And that is going to be it for the deck profile, guys. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Honestly, I'm having a lot of fun just playing this deck. I believe it catches a lot of people off guard. No one really sees this coming. First, I do also want to say these are some beautiful card art as well, so you do get that bonus also. But no one really sees this deck coming. This deck can just OTK, break boards, build boards like it's nothing. Again, the only really main weakness that you're going to be facing is if your Automata Pyra gets ashed, or if this gets Veilered as well. But that's going to be it for the deck profile, guys. Let me know again what you guys think in the comment section down below. Subscribe for more videos. If you guys did like the video, go ahead and leave a like on the video as well. I have a few Utopia combos again up on the channel, which I'll go ahead and leave on the screen somewhere along the video. And subscribe for more, guys. We got plenty more deck profiles coming up, and I'll go ahead and see you guys in the next one.